Most people don't go broke from one big mistake. They go broke from 11 small ones happening right now that feel like nothing. By the time the damage shows up, the decade is already gone. Stay till the end. The last signal is the one nobody sees coming. You just got a raise. The apartment is decent, the car runs fine, the lifestyle feels comfortable.
Yeah, I'm actually doing okay for once.
What percentage of your take-home pay went to savings or investments this month?
I mean, whatever's left at the end of the month.
That's not a savings rate. That's a wish. And that wish is how people arrive at 40, wondering where the last decade went. Right now, 72% of General Z and 65% of Millennials are living paycheck to paycheck per MarketWatch, 2025. Not because they don't earn money. A lot of them earn decent money. The problem isn't the income. The problem is invisible. The U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis reported the average personal saving rate dropped to 4.4% in 2025. That means for every $100 that lands in your account, less than $5 actually sticks. The rest moves out quietly. Rent, subscriptions, a meal that cost more than you expected, a payment you forgot was coming. Bankrate's 2026 report, only 30% of Americans could handle a $1,000 emergency from savings alone. The other 70% would borrow, charge it, or ask family. 7 out of 10 people. And almost none of them think of themselves as people who struggle financially. That's the trap. It doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like Tuesday. The damage doesn't come from a single bad decision. It comes from 11 small patterns running quietly in the background for a decade. Each one feels fine in isolation. Combined, they predict where you, LB at 40, with uncomfortable accuracy. Goldman Sachs surveyed 5,000 people in 2025, 58% expected to outlive their savings. Not run low, not get tight, fully run out. And the majority of them had no idea the trajectory was locked in already. Here's what I want you to do while we go through these. Keep score. Every signal that sounds like you, add 1 point. Don't judge the number. It's not there to shame you. It's there to make something invisible finally visible. 0 to 2, you have normal financial friction. Clean up a few things, and you're solid. 3 to 5, the system underneath your life needs attention. 6 or more, you're not dealing with one bad habit. You're running an entire financial operating system on autopilot.
I already know my score, and we haven't even started yet.
And systems don't fix themselves just because you understand them once. That's actually a good sign. It means you're paying attention. Most people go through all 11 and still undercount. All right, let's start.
So before we get into the signals, what's the actual thing that connects all of them?
Not knowing a number you should know. That's it. Every single signal we're about to talk through is a different version of that same thing.
But like, I know my rent, I know what I earn, I know roughly what I spend.
Roughly is the word that costs people fortunes. Roughly is where the decade disappears.
Okay, but savings rate specifically, is there a target I should have?
Vanguard's 2024 data puts the average 401k contribution at 7.7% of salary. With employer match, total savings hit around 14%. But that's the average, and the average person retires with almost nothing.
So the average is not where you want to be.
Correct. Here's the number that matters more. 5% of $75,000 a year, invested at 8% for 30 years, compounds to roughly $460,000. At 15%, the same income, same timeline, same return, $1.44 million, 3 times the outcome from one number.
Same person, same job, just one different decision.
Made once, and then automated so you never have to make it again.
What do you mean automated?
The raise hits your account on Friday. Before Monday, a portion of it should already be gone into savings or investments, before your lifestyle has a single day to absorb it as normal income.
Because once it feels normal, you can't take it back.
You can, but it feels like a sacrifice. Capturing it before it feels normal feels like nothing. Same money, completely different psychological experience.
Okay, I'm opening my banking app after this.
Not after this. While the conversation is still uncomfortable, that's when the action actually happens. Signal 1, you can't quote your savings rate. If I asked you right now, what percentage of your take-home pay went to savings this month, how long would it take you to answer? People who end up financially stable can answer that instantly. They engineered the number. They know it the way they know their address. People who end up financially fragile have a feeling about it, a general sense. Usually wrong. 5% of $75,000 a year invested at 8% for 30 years gives you $460,000. 15% of the same income over the same period gives you $1.44 million. Same job. Same timeline. Same market. 3 times the money. 1 number. Signal 2, your savings rate doesn't change when your income does. You got a raise last year, maybe one the year before that. A promotion, a side income, a better paying role. Where did it go? Goldman Sachs 2025 Retirement Survey. 42% of General Z and Millennial workers said they're living paycheck to paycheck, even as their incomes grow. The income rises. The lifestyle rises in perfect step. The savings rate stays exactly where it was. This is what lifestyle inflation actually looks like. Not a sports car, not a designer closet. Just a slightly nicer everything. The fix is not discipline, it's timing. Assign the raise before your brain decides. It's normal spending money. If your income just went up $500 a month, move $200 or $300 of it automatically before the month begins. You will not miss what you never had. Signal 3. You can't cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. Bankrate 2026, only 30% of U.S. adults would use savings to cover a $1,000 surprise expense. The rest would borrow it, charge it to a card already carrying a balance, or ask someone for help. Federal Reserve data through at first quarter of 2026. The average April on credit cards accruing interest is 21.52%. New card offers are hitting 23.75%. One $1,000 emergency on a card at 22% doesn't stay at $1,000. It becomes a payment you're still making a year later while the next emergency hits. The household that hits 30 with zero emergency savings almost always hits 40 with the same zero, plus $12,000 to $15,000 in credit card debt. The fragility doesn't stay the same. It compounds. The Signal 4, you don't know your real monthly spend. Not a rough estimate, the actual number. What did you spend last month? Most people answer that question with a figure $200 to $400 below what their bank statement actually shows. The gap between what you think you spend and what you actually spend, that gap is a financial decision you. Remaking every month without knowing it. People who reach financial stability know their monthly spend down to within $50. The number is part of how they see the world. The unwillingness to look is itself the prediction. If you can't check the number now, you almost certainly won't check it next year either. Signal 5. You make card decisions based on monthly payments, not total cost. The dealer asks what monthly payment you're comfortable with. You give a number, the term stretches, the total disappears. Experian in the fourth quarter of 2025. The average new vehicle monthly payment hits $767. More than 20% of new buyers committed to payments over $1,000 a month. $767 a month over the average 69-month H loan term is $52,900 in total payments for a car worth roughly $16,000 when it's paid off. Now run it the other way. That same $767 a month invested at 8% average annual return for 25 years compounds to approximately $728,000. $750,000 sitting inside a monthly number that felt completely manageable. Run the total. Always run the total. Monthly payment thinking is engineered to keep the real number invisible.
Okay, so signals 1 through 5, savings rate, lifestyle inflation, emergency fund, spending awareness, the car trap, they're all versions of the same thing. Numbers you're choosing not to run.
Exactly. You just saved me 3 paragraphs.
But 6 through 11 feel different. Like subscriptions and credit card debt, those are already happening whether I think about them or not.
That's right. The first 5 are sins of omission. You didn't look. The next 6 are systems already running without you, and systems are more dangerous because they don't need your permission.
The subscription one genuinely got me. I canceled 4 things last week after you told me to audit 4 that I completely forgot about.
What was the monthly damage?
Like $67, which sounds small.
$67 a month is $804 a year. Invested at 8% over 25 years, roughly $59,000. That's a small number.
I feel like I've been donating to Netflix's retirement fund instead of my own.
That's an accurate description of what was happening.
The career signal was the one that sat with me the longest though. Like I'm not unhappy at my job, but I haven't gotten a raise in 14 months and I haven't asked for one either.
Comfort is expensive. It rarely feels expensive in the moment. Over a decade, it's the biggest hidden tax most people pay.
So what do? Just start asking.
Start finding out what the market pays for your skills right now. One real research session. You don't have to quit anything. But knowing your market value changes every conversation you have at work.
And if they won't pay it,
then you now have information that someone else will.
That's cold but fair.
Personal finance usually is. Signal 6. You have subscriptions you forgot you're paying for. Open your bank statement right now and scroll the recurring charges. There's a streaming service you forgot about. A free trial that converted months ago. An app you used once for something you no longer do. According to Self Financial's 2026 survey, nearly 60% of people have at least one subscription currently going completely unused. The average person has 2.6 unused subscriptions they're still paying for, up from 0.8 the prior year. Americans think they spend $86 a month on subscriptions. The actual number is $219. That's a $133 monthly gap. $1,600 a year. $1,600 a year invested at 8% over 25 years is roughly $117,000. The subscriptions aren't what breaks you. The attention pattern they reveal is, if you can't track what's draining your account automatically, you definitely can track what's draining it by choice. The Signal 7 Pocketing. Your credit card balance is not shrinking. LendingTree Q1 2026, the average April on cards carrying a balance is 21.52%. 61% of people who carry a credit card balance have been in debt for over a year. That's up from 53% in late 2024. Long-term credit card debt is no longer unusual. It's becoming the norm. Here's a test most people avoid. What was your credit card balance 90 days ago? If the number today is not lower than it was then, your debt plan is not working yet. Shrinking is control. Flat is a warning. Growing is an emergency. The math doesn't care about your intentions. It only reads the actual balance. Signal 8. You're investing 0 per month. National Institute on Retirement Security, February 2026. The median retirement savings among all U.S. workers ages 21 to 64, including those with nothing, $955. Read that again. The median, across all working-age Americans, $955. 28% have nothing at all. Not a little. 0. $200 a month invested at 8% from age 30 to 65 compounds to approximately $460,000. $500 a month over the same window is roughly $1.15 million. 0 a month, regardless of your intentions or your future plans to catch up, is still 0. Compound returns require time. The time cannot be added back. Signal 9. You make career decisions based on comfort, not growth. You've been at the same role for a few years. The pay hasn't moved meaningfully. The skills you're using today are roughly the same ones you had 3 years ago. You've stayed because it's fine. The people are okay. Switching feels risky. Bureau of Labor Statistics data, staying at the same employer averages 2 to 4% annual raises. Strategic job changes average 10 to 15% income jumps per move. Over 10 years, the difference between those two patterns produces an income gap of 40 to 70%. Same starting point. Same work ethic, same intelligence, completely different trajectory. Income is the raw material everything else gets built from. If it's not growing, every other optimization you make hits a ceiling. This doesn't mean quit impulsively. One skill you learn this year, one real interview you take, one negotiation you stop avoiding. That's a strategic move. Signal 10, you fund visible things. The new phone, the upgraded apartment, the nicer car, the vacation. All funded first. The retirement account, the investment brokerage, the emergency fund, whatever's left at the end of the month, which is usually nothing. The order of funding is the entire game. People who end up financially stable flip it. Invisible categories first, automated on payday, before lifestyle has a chance to absorb the money. Spending expands to fill whatever space it's given. Give it less space. $500 going into investments automatically on payday compounds across decades. $500 in good intentions left for the end of the month almost never actually moves. Signal 11, you have no specific number you're working toward. What's your retirement number? Most people answer with something vague. A lot, enough to be comfortable. They have never sat down and done the math. Clever Real Estate 2026 survey. Americans believe their peers need around $823,800 to retire comfortably. Most working Americans have never calculated their own number. The formula is not complicated. Your annual expenses multiplied by 25. That's your financial independence number at a 4% withdrawal rate. Without a target, behavior follows whatever feels comfortable in the moment, which is almost never the behavior that produces the outcome you'd want if you'd ever sat down and named it. Directionless money goes toward directionless things.
Okay, so I ran my number last night.
Your retirement number?
Yeah, annual expenses times 25. I need to be honest, I wasn't prepared for how real that felt.
What happened when you saw it?
It stopped being an abstract future thing. It became an actual thing I'm either building or not building right now.
That shift from abstract to actual is the entire difference between people who get there and people who don't.
What about someone watching this who's already 32, 34, thinking they've already blown their window?
Because of the time. You can't negotiate with compound interest. You can only start, and the earlier start always wins.
The best time was 5 years ago. Second best time is right now.
Exactly, and it's not a motivational poster, it's mathematics.
What's the one move? If someone's watching this and they only do one thing after, what is it?
Calculate two numbers. Your real savings rate, what percentage of your take-home actually went to savings last month, and your retirement number, annual expenses times 25. Two numbers, one afternoon. Most people have spent more time choosing what to watch on Netflix than they've spent on those two things.
That's the actual problem, isn't it? Not that the math is hard, that we never made time to look at it.
The math is simple. The looking is what most people avoid, and the avoidance is expensive.
I'm going to go look at my numbers right now, like literally right after we stop recording.
I know. I can already tell. Now add up your score. 0 to 2, this is maintenance. You have friction, not a crisis. Clean up a few leaks and you're moving in the right direction. 3 to 5, your financial life may still look normal on the outside. Underneath, something is producing the same result every month and calling it normal. 6 or more, you're not dealing with one bad habit. You have a financial operating system that is running on autopilot toward an outcome you haven't chosen. And systems do not fix themselves just because you understand them once. Every signal we walk through tonight is a different expression of one thing. Choosing not to look. Not in a dramatic way. In a quiet Tuesday kind of way. The car payment, you didn't run the total. The subscription, you meant to cancel it. The savings rate, you meant to increase it. The retirement contribution, you'll start that properly later. Each individual instance was small. Each one felt reversible. Together, across 10 years, they build a financial position that feels impossible to climb out of and wasn't created by anything impossible at all. But here's what cuts the other way. The decade ahead is not determined by where you are right now. Determined by the relationship you build with your own financial reality starting today. The people who went from financially stressed to financially stable in a decade all did the same thing first. They started booking. They tracked the numbers. They calculated the spending. They named the savings rate. They ran the total on the car. They audited the subscriptions. They opened the investment account. They named the number. The attention became structure. The structure became habit. The habit became compound returns. Drop your score in the comments. You'll see you're not alone. And you'll probably learn something from whoever scored lower than you. The compound math is already running. The only question still open is whether you're the one deciding where it goes. One more thing. There's a 12th signal. We didn't cover it tonight. It's the one that quietly predicts your financial outcome better than any of the 11 we just walked through. And it has nothing to do with how much money you make.
Are you serious right now?
Sooner we will see. Also, thanks for watching us and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you like your video, please hit the like button, then you'll want to be there for that one.